Yeah, so I'm just thinking here. Ooh, that's gonna be warm. She's hot. Show you more. Welcome to RCindustry. Well, hey, it's Rick here, and welcome back to another exciting episode of RCindustry. I don't know how exciting it's going to be, but here's what we're going to do today. If you remember from a previous video, while I was on my trip out to Micah's out at Empire of Rust, I picked up this vintage bug shield, and it doesn't have any brackets with it, which I knew it didn't. So I'd like to try to get this put on here. We got to figure out how to get this paper off of here, but I think we can do that. I picked up some of these brackets, and I don't know if they're going to work or not. But I put a lot of these on, back in the day when you could buy these, and they just had a little bracket that bolts underneath the bottom side of this, and then this bracket, there's a bolt that goes through, and then it will slide in here. So yeah, so I'm just thinking here, we're probably going to have to cut this off, like right here, and make these brackets work across here. And then we got to get a bolt that will slide down in this slot, and then we'll put a lock washer and nut on it, and that should hold it on there. So that's what we're going to try to do. Show you more. Okay, so what we got here is I took and held this up under the hood. So it's going to go up under the hood just like this. We're going to cut this piece off. Then we'll kind of round the edges so it doesn't, skin you up if you're getting your hand down in there. And then this piece here, we're going to attempt to bend up at a 90-degree angle. That way it clips up under there, and we'll run a screw into this, probably some sort of a self-tapper thing to hold it. And then I've got a nut that we're going to modify, or not a nut, but a bolt that will modify, and I'll show you that. It'll slide through that groove, come in here, and then we can put a nut and a washer on that. So probably a lock washer. So first thing let's cut this off. We're just going to use the hacksaw and cut it off. Then we're going to take this duker here, and we're going to attempt to bend him over like so. I'm just going to use these pliers here, something like that. Alright, so let's go see how that works. Show you more. Okay, so we got our bracket made here. I haven't ground this down, but I want to do a fit on it to make sure that it's going to fit. So see, that should just bolt right up on there like that. And then, I don't know if you can see it, but there's enough gap there to get the nut started on the back side of that. So I think that's going to work pretty good. And that should just close like that. Let me get you down here where you can see that. So when the hood closes, it's got this little place right here, but that should clear this like that. So anyway, all right, show you more. Okay, so I got that bracket screwed on there, And you can see the hood shuts just fine, so we need to put probably one here and one here, and then 3 on this side, evenly spaced. And then we should be able to bolt the bug shield on. I'm actually hoping that this helps deflect rocks in the future, because that was ridiculous to get the windshield busted out. So what I've got is these little... What are you honking at? Nobody stops at that stop sign. Quit worrying about it. I've got these little bolts, and they will almost slide in there, but not quite. So what I'm going to do is take my grinder over there and grind off these edges just a little bit on one side, so they'll slide in here. And these things are made, they come flat, right? So, but there's a place right here. So all I did was take and just bend it a little like this to make it fit the contour of the hood. So, because these things fit all kinds of stuff here. So, yeah. All right, let me get these whittled down, and I'll go ahead and make the rest of those brackets, and then we can see if we can fit this thing on the front of this. So, show you more. Get my pliers out here. We're just going to grind a little off each one side of these. Maybe. Yeah, kind of like that, maybe. Ooh, that's going to be warm. She's hot. And I'm just going to kind of take the roughness off of that a little. I don't want it to be too loose in there, but I want it to slide up in there easily. Something like that. So let me get all of these done, and I'll show you more. Yeah, see, this slides right on there now. Just like that. And then you can slide this to wherever you need it. And then we'll put a lock washer and a nut on it. You'll be able to tighten it. Should work. I do want to chase the threads a little on these so that the nut will go on there easier, but we can do that. Show you more. Well, old Dalton's not the only one that can use a self-tapper. Okay, so now I got to figure out, this has been sitting in the box for so many years that this protection paper is kind of stuck to this plastic. So I'm going to try to take some water and see if I can wet that down and maybe get it to come off there. So, show you more. I don't know if this is going to work, but I want to get this soaked down, let it set a little bit and see. Imagine just the storage and it's been stored in the heat. That's probably what's caused this like that. I'm guessing. I don't know. You guys comment down below if you ever had an issue like this. Of course, if this had been put on, 25 years ago when this piece was new, it probably wouldn't have had that problem. Anyway, let's let that soak a little bit. And yeah, it seems like it's wanting to come up now. Let me pick around on that a little bit and see if we can get that off of there. Show you more. Well, hey, sorry for the interruption in today's video, but I wanted to take this short opportunity to let you know about Shop RCindustry. Yes, you can go to Shop RCindustry and you can get you this trucker's hat. Order online today. We also have shirts, white, gray, and black. And wintertime is coming, so get you a hoodie. We appreciate any purchase you make on Shop RC Industry. You can go to the About section in your phone, scroll down to the very bottom and click on that tab and it'll take you right there. All the proceeds are going back into the builds here at RC Industry. Here at RC Industry, we're making it just like brand used, baby. And now, back to your regularly scheduled video. This may take a while. I've got a plastic applicator to put like Bondo on or something with, but I don't want to use anything real harsh because I don't want to scratch this thing up. So it's taking it off, but I'm afraid it's going to take a while. And I hate to use anything more than water on it because I don't want it to, you know, it's plexiglass and it'll, not only will it scratch, but you know, if you use a real harsh cleaner, it's going to cloud it up. So I'll just keep trying this and let's see what happens. Well, I've been scrubbing on this. I used my pocket knife some, and I used this nylon scrubber thing here, and it's coming off, but you know, not real good. So, but I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and bolt this thing up on here. Got these little bolts in here, and I think we're going to bolt it up on here. And one of the things I did do was I took a little bit of my blue paint here and kind of painted those brackets a little so they wouldn't rust on me. So good. So let's just see what kind of a mess we get into here trying to put these on. Got some nuts here. Well, them holes are just a little bit too small. Let me get a drill bit and we'll wring those out just a little bit. Show you more. There we go. Got that done. Now let's see if they'll go up on there. Oh yeah. Got to kind of get these worked in here. And I don't know if you can see that real good or not, so need to have a lock washer on there. And then a nut. I'm sure my hands and face are in the way here. Let's see if we can get one on here. All right, let me work on this and get the rest of these started, and then I'll show you more. All right, well, we got us a drop forged alloyed 7/16. Uh-oh, fell right off. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's see if we can get that back on there. Helps you use righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, you know. Let's try that again. This may take a while. Yeah, okay. Let me tighten these up. I'll show you more. Well, that's about as best as it's going to get. It still has all this sticky glue on it. So I'm going to do some research. Maybe you guys can comment down below and tell me what to take that off with, because I've got some stuff called Gooby Gone somewhere. If I could find that, maybe that would take that off of there. because I'm just not real sure at this point. Anyway, I still think it looks pretty cool. It looks like an old grandpa truck, which is what I want it to look like, especially when the camera goes on it. So I feel real lucky that I found this. I find these new old stock on eBay and stuff like that, but $300 or $400. And for this one, I think I paid $40 for it, and I was able to make the brackets for $8. I don't know, I like it, so that's what I wanted. So anyway, we're gonna get back on the old brown bag over here because we gotta get stuff going for the No Name Nationals. Plus we've gotta work on the item that we're going to be pulling the old Dodge to the No Name Nationals with. So we got to do all that stuff coming up. So yeah. All right. Well, sure do appreciate all of you watching. Be sure and like and share, subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. Only about I don't know, it's getting less and less subscribers that watch. So we only got about 19% of you who are subscribed that watch. So I would just tell you to flip on the old TV like I do with different people and just turn it on and hit play all or mix all, and it'll just keep playing. And then when you walk in and out and stuff, you'll see parts of the shows, and hey, that's just a good way to help everybody out, get some watch hours. So anyway, as always, we're making it just like brand used here, baby. And while we're at it, there's only about 23% of you that watch the videos that are subscribed. So I would ask you to reach up there and hit that subscribe button, and go ahead and get a thumbs up or a thumbs down or make a comment. But it's free. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe to the channel. Like I said, it's free, and it really helps us out on this end to bring more content. We're trying to get some money saved up so we can work on the old brown bag here. We're wanting to take this to the No Name Nationals, but I've got to get some more money together, and we still got to get the old blue brown truck going. As most of you know, we didn't get to take that on Power Tour, which was the goal, but we're going to work on that coming up some more on the channel too. And that's what we do here on this channel, is we make them just like brand used.